Guys, it has been a crazy last couple of days here. So, Legends ZA is going to be a dual release on the Switch 1 and 2, which I kind of figured would happen. And I do think it's weird, but I think it's a good thing for the future of the series, right? So, there are a couple of screenshots out there that are 4K resolution of Pokemon Legends ZA. And I think these pictures look really good. So, obviously, the textures aren't like amazing. The textures still look kind of iffy to me. But the game itself looks clean, like it looks crisp, it looks really, really nice, and I think that's going to be a huge selling point and good thing for this game. So these screenshots that I'm showing you guys are from the Switch 2. These are Switch 2 Pokemon Legends EA screenshots, and now Pokemon Legends EA will be able to run at 4K at 60 FPS. And now, handheld mode is not 4K, but I think when you plug the Switch into the dock or the Switch 2 into the dock, it's going to be 4K. If you have a 4K TV, of course, which I don't have a 4K TV, I'm going to have to invest in one, though, because I'm going to be wanting to play my Switch 2 in 4K. And now check out this picture of the trainer, using Mega Evolution right here. It just looks so crisp. I know that the textures of the character don't look amazing, but I don't think they were really striving for that. Maybe the next Pokemon game. And the reason why I'm saying that this is good for the future of Pokemon is because the Switch 2 is allowing so many different companies and games to be on the Switch. Like, Borderlands 4 is going to be on the Switch, and obviously that's going to be a big game. Elden Ring is going to be on the Switch, too. And I mean, Elden Ring is also going to be on the Switch, too. So there are some big games coming, which means the Switch 2 is going to be capable of so much more than the Switch was, which should entail that future open-world Pokemon games are going to probably be better. Hopefully they're a lot better, because Scarlet and Violet is also going to get a free upgrade. So for example, when you plug in Scarlet and Violet to the Switch 2, it's going to have like a digital upgrade. Like, it's going to upscale the game, which I'm hoping gets rid of the lag, and I'm hoping that enhances the game a little bit. Now, it's not going to be as drastic of a difference from Legends ZA to Legends Z on the Switch 2, I don't think. Like, I'm pretty sure Legends Z on the Switch 2 is going to look a lot better than Scarlet and Violet still, but Scarlet and Violet is still getting an upgrade for the Switch 2, which is super, super cool. So if you're worried about not being able to play this on your Switch as well, Legends Z is still going to be on the Switch. Legends Z will be on the Switch 1 and 2. The only difference is that the Switch 2 version will just look a little bit better. And now when I say look better, it's probably not even going to be like insanely different. It definitely should run smoother though. Like, check out this video of 60 FPS. Apparently we have not had a 60 FPS Pokemon game since Emerald, which I just can't believe that's true. Like, that's insane. How have we not have a 60 FPS game on the Switch? What's crazy is that Emerald is a Game Boy game, right? So that means the DS and the 3DS and the Switch have not had a 60 FPS Pokemon game, which I just think is crazy. And apparently Generation 5 had in-battle at 60 FPS, which I never knew. That's according to Central Leaks, so if that's wrong, let me know. Now, what is unfortunate, though, is that Legends ZA on the Switch 2 is most likely going to cost $80. I hope it's 70. I mean, I'd really hope it's 60, but it's either going to be 70 or 80. They haven't announced the price for Legends ZA specifically yet, but it looks like a lot of the games are either $80 or $70 for the Switch. Looks like no less than 70 actually. So, and before we get to the rest of the video, if you guys don't mind subscribing to the channel to help me reach my goal of 20,000 subscribers before the end of this year. We're getting so close. We're almost at 18K, which is absolutely insane. The channel member of the week is Dylan, so thank you so much, Dylan, for being a channel member. And join my Discord server. I'm trying to reach 100 members in there. We're almost there. We're about a little more than halfway now, which is so awesome. We got some really cool people up in the Discord, so come join it. I'm hoping that Legends ZA is not going to be, too much, because it's on the Switch 1, of course, still. And now I'm going to be trying to get this for you guys. Now, I'm going to be trying to get the Switch 2 as soon as I can, and Legends ZA on the Switch 2. Now, there is going to be some new pre-order bonus stuff going on for the Switch 2. Apparently, Nintendo have been making like a stride to allow as many people to get a Switch 2 as possible to get away from the scalpers. So if you don't remember, with the Switch and like just the PS5 and stuff like that, you were just not able to get one like in stock ever because of scalpers. So now, apparently there's a new system that they're implementing in the website where you can get it. So I'm going to be trying to get the Switch 2, even though it's so expensive. I think it's going to be worth it to show you guys, and I think it's going to be really cool for content stuff. What I think is also really weird is that we still don't have the Legends ZA cover art yet. Like, they have not announced the cover art. They dropped the cover art for, Kirby, for the new Mario Kart game, Zelda. Well, I guess Zelda makes sense because that game has been on the Wii U and the Switch and now the Switch 2. They are really milking Zelda Breath of the Wild like crazy. Donkey Kong Bonanza, you know, they have dropped the cover art for everything. Even like on their website, they have like all the things that are getting like upgrades, or all the games that are getting free upgrades. Legends EA still is just the Legends EA logo, which is so weird. That makes me think that they're like holding off for some reason. I don't know if it's because maybe they're planning on putting some Mega Evolutions on there, like maybe they want Mega Zygarde to be the front cover and they haven't dropped that trailer yet. I think the trailer's coming soon, and by soon, I kind of mean like August or something, but I really do think we're going to get a Mega Evolution trailer probably for the August Pokemon Presents, which, you know, is still a couple of months away, but maybe it'll be here sooner. I don't know. The Switch 2 is going to be released June 5th, which is crazy because that's actually not too far away. So you already know, I'm going to save up money right now. Today is the day I'm saving up money for the Switch 2 because it's going to be a pretty penny, even though I won't be able to play Pokemon Legends EA on release because, you know, Pokemon Legends EA won't be out yet. I'm thinking Legends EA is probably going to come out in, you know, the end of the year, probably September, October, or November-ish, just because now that the Switch 2 is coming out in June, and there's going to be a Switch 2 version of Legends EA, that really kind of makes me think that they're going to wait for a lot of people to be able to buy the Switch 2, and then they're going to drop the game. So that way they could still sell a lot of Switch 2 copies of Legends EA, which kind of is unfortunate, but it's okay because they're still working on the game. In the trailers that we have had for Legends EA, they put like a little thing in the very bottom corner where they're saying like the game is still in development. So that means they're still working on these games. Like, these games are not finished yet. Now, the 4K footage and the photos, it looks good. Like, I can't lie, the game looks good. Now, my only issue is the textures, which I know is a big debate because the textures should be way better than what they are, but I think it's fine, honestly. As long as the game looks really impressive, I'm okay with that. Now, I was like, I'm not going to really be upset if the textures of, like, the grass and the buildings, you know, aren't amazing. It's going to be fine. As long as the game is fun and still looks good, I think it's going to be fine. Like, for Scarlet and Violet, even though the game didn't look great and it still had a bunch of lag and glitches, it was so fun to play that game. Like, I have put the most hours into Pokemon Violet than I have any other Pokemon game. It's such a fun game, and I really think that if they could just continue that fun level with Legends EA, but then build on it and have even a little bit better graphics, then that's great. I think that's amazing. I can't wait to see what they're going to announce soon for the Legends EA, like, next trailer and everything like that. I know the prices are unfortunate for the Switch 2, though. It's very, very, very controversial because it's, you know, it's so expensive. But so yeah, I guess just to recap, I really think that the future of Pokemon is going in a good direction. I think because of the Switch 2, you know, being 60 FPS in 4K, and that means Pokemon games like Legends EA is going to be 60 FPS in 4K. One day we'll get a 4K handheld. Unfortunately, this handheld is not 4K yet, but one day it's going to happen. I think that the future Pokemon games are going to have better graphics, better resolution. I'm hoping Generation 10 has at least better textures than this game does, even though I'm not even like mad about it. Like, I personally am not upset about the textures of Legends EA. I don't really care that much because the game still looks really good. But just imagine Generation 10, because you also got to remember Legends EA is a dual release, which I think is the first time we've ever actually had a dual release Pokemon game, which is actually super interesting. But I do think that Generation 10 is going to have way better graphics that are going to really be game changing for the franchise of Pokemon, which I cannot wait to see the first footage of Gen 10. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.